Choosing a domain name and hosting service. In this video, you're going to learn how to choose a domain name and hosting service to help you in your quest as an online marketer to maximize traffic and conversion on your website or blog. Your goal when picking a domain name is to choose a name that not only represents your brand and lets people know what you're about and what's unique about you, but that also positions your website to influence customers' minds. You'll also want to include keywords in your domain name so that it's more likely to come up in search engine results when people are searching for the particular phrase that's also in your domain name. Here are some tips for choosing a good domain name. The first is to keep it short. It might be hard to find a domain name that's only 1 word, 2 words, or even 3 words, but I would go for 3 if possible, otherwise maybe 4. Keep it memorable, something that's catchy and it's going to stand out in people's minds. Make it clear what you're all about and what they're going to get to the degree that you can. Choose something that's hard to misspell. If it's a certain word or your last name or some kind of industry jargon, keep it simple. It needs to relate to the core of your business. It should tell people what you do and what they can expect once you get there. If you do that, you will be more likely to get people typing it in, coming to your site, and they will be a little more pre-qualified and ready to convert once they get there. Once you've brainstormed a couple of suitable domain names, the next step is to search to see if they're available. The easiest way to do this is not to bother checking if they're available as you're brainstorming. Just make a list on a piece of paper as fast as you can of every possible name and variation that would work for you. Then go to the same place that you'll be thinking of purchasing your domain name. I'll give you a couple of places a little later. Type in the domain name and see if it's available. Narrow it down to see which ones are left, and then, of those that are available, pick the perfect one for you. The next step is to choose a place to purchase and register your domain name. The most popular domain registrar is GoDaddy. You've probably seen their ads on the Super Bowl commercials. They've done a pretty good job, although they do have quite a few complaints. It's difficult to transfer out from them later on. I prefer Namecheap for finding domain names. The domains are a little cheaper, and there's not as much upselling and confusion when you are in the process of purchasing your domain name. You can also get a domain name through the same company that you use for hosting. We'll cover those in a minute, but if you're using Bluehost for hosting, for example, you can also purchase a domain name through them. And that could save you some time and you won't have to transfer the name later, which is a small step, but it can be confusing if you've never done it. Once you've got your domain name, it's time to choose a hosting service. So exactly what is this? I won't bore you with the technical details, but the long and the short of it is that things appear on the internet on certain websites because those websites are hosted and all of the pages and the words and images and videos are saved somewhere on a server like the one you see in this picture. You'll have to pay your hosting company a fee each month in order to have your website's content appear on the page when people go there. Here's a couple of criteria to keep in mind when you're choosing a hosting company. First, look at the price and what you get for the hosting package that you're ordering, at how much you can save online and how much traffic it can handle. If it's just for small, low traffic website, then just look for something that's not too expensive but has important features for you to use. Something that makes it easy to upload new plugins for your WordPress site, new content, new videos, easy to give access to someone else, and easy to create email addresses and forwarding addresses for your domain name. Another important thing to look for, especially if you are just starting out, is how good is their help and support. Do a little research on the company first to find this out. If you run into trouble, will they be there to pick up the phone? Will they get back to you within a day or two and answer any questions that you might have? Here are a couple of hosting companies that you can use. GoDaddy does offer hosting. They allow for unlimited data storage, which is not completely unlimited, but it's more than you probably need unless you're a big internet marketer. You usually pay for the whole year in advance, and you can host as many domains as you want with one account. HostGator is similar to Bluehost, and there are also 3 new ones on the scene worth looking into: JustHost, iPage, and Arvix. Check out each one of these. Go to their websites and see which site seems to have the best fit for you. Once you've got your domain name and hosting set up, then it's time to create your website. Your website is going to be the central place for people to find what you have to offer and make purchases. It's very important that your website is set up to be appealing and also influence people to take actions you want them to take, like subscribing and making that purchase. So, in order to find new ways of getting people to your site and helping them to subscribe or turn into a sale, click the subscribe button below this video so you don't miss any more of my training videos. If you're ready to jump into a proven 21-step program to make money online, complete with coaching, click on this link and let's get started with the training.